Connecting. I'm waiting for my notification to be like, here, wiggity whack.
Testing your broadcast. Waiting for the broadcast.
I hope we don't have internet problems this time again.
You are live.
Yay! Wait, there it goes.
There.
It says I'm live.
Says we're live, everyone.
I'm live. He's not.
Oh, I'm not live. I'm in the past. How is everyone doing? Happy Friday. Welcome to Comics in Beer, our Friday night podcast. Not podcast. Live stream.
We make it a podcast. You guys just close your eyes.
That we come on and talk to you guys about comic books, comic book news, and that includes movies, TV shows, and comic books.
All things. And just my opinions. A lot of my opinions.
What's the other thing? I'm just turning down my son's, what's it called? Soother?
It's a lullaby music player.
Yeah.
That if you watch Bruce's videos, you can hear playing in the background.
But yes. So, yeah, we're going to talk about all things comic book news related. Comic book movies, TV shows, and comic books. I got a big list to talk about tonight. And we also drink beers.
It's the best part.
It's the best part.
It's the best part.
Well, for Stephanie, it's the best part. She's still learning comic books and getting into comic books. But we also do a theme of our beers every single week. And last week we did Christmas beers because Christmas is right around the corner, so we wanted to celebrate Christmas. But what's the other big holiday that coincides with Christmas?
Hanukkah.
And we felt like we were leaving our Jewish friends out of the mix, so we decided to do Jewish beers.
Happy Hanukkah!
Happy Hanukkah, everyone!
Hanukkah falls right on the same day as Christmas this year.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. We'll be celebrating together.
My fabulous girlfriend was actually able to find
Jewish beers
at our beer distributor. It's all from the same company, but we have 4 different beers. These are extra large beers, so I don't know how many we'll actually get through, and they're all really strong.
We might have to do try a little bit of each one, just so we can try each one, and then we can go back to our favorites.
Oh, sure. That's good. That's a good idea.
Because otherwise we're gonna finish one bottle and be like, well, guys, that one was good.
And I probably should just introduce myself. Oh, is top of my head getting cut off?
It is.
It is.
Giant head.
My giant head. I should go change that.
Just get like this. Go down.
Just slouch? Oh my god,
just
slouch?
Like hey guys.
I'm gonna fix the camera.
Festivus! Yes, Frank. We should celebrate Festivus. Look at that big pole that they have. The Festivus pole.
Alright, get ready to be shaken, everyone.
Up. Shaken, not stirred. Hi, Jess!
What's up, Frank? What's up, Jess? Sorry for the rough start. We thought we were ready, and then some things came up.
I knew he wasn't going to be ready. He was bragging a half an hour ago about how he was ready and I wasn't, and I was like, I bet you 2 minutes before the live stream comes, you're not going to be ready.
I'm ready now.
I was right.
Now
everyone got to see your sweet one-piece jumpsuit.
Yeah.
He's really dadding it up.
I am. I'm in total dad mode right now. I got home and I wore this
sweatpants and sweatshirt.
Wore this great long sleeve shirt to work, and then I came home, put on my sweet gray sweatpants. Oh my god, I look ridiculous.
Oh, it's so funny. Frank also said that he likes our idea of doing a little bit at a time because he doesn't want you to get drunk and cancel the live stream.
Oh, God.
You know how Bruce
I did cancel the live stream last time. That was internet issues.
Well, internet issues, and then I choked to death.
Yeah. We have some really big news to talk about this week. Before we get into that,
beers.
We're gonna do some beers.
Beers.
Or do a beer.
A beer.
I will let you pick the beer.
I don't know. Grab one like this.
Well,
I didn't even read them. I just know there were 4. It was the only 4 Jewish beers they had.
The one the furthest away from me, and it's the strongest one. All right.
So these beers do not mess around. The proof of these beers are insane.
All right. So the brewing company is called Schmaltz. It was established in 1996. This is called Jubilation.
It's all really funny Jew puns.
It's the 20th anniversary. 10 malts and 10 hops, and this is 16.8% alcohol. This is stronger than most wines.
It's crazy.
Last time I had a beer this strong, I did not enjoy it because it is not like beer at all. This is actually brewed in Clifton Park, New York, and Clifton Park is really close to where my my sister and her husband live. was thinking brother-in-law.
He is your brother-in-law. It's really dark. This is gonna be hardcore, guys. This looks like black licorice melted down into an alcohol.
If you see like these glasses say Ruby Tuesday on them, I actually stole them from where I used to work when I was like 22.
Dave's on, and he agrees. That brewery is 15 minutes away from his house, he said.
Yes.
What do you think?
It smells very...
Is it like wine? We gotta let it... Oh, it smells like that chocolatey... We had a beer like this last week where I feel like it was very... Alright, we're not doing cheers this week because he doesn't care about me.
Happy Friday. That doesn't taste that bad.
No?
No. It is chocolatey.
It is chocolatey. Not as strong as I thought it was going to be.
No, I thought it was...
It's got a definite taste to it, but it's not like...
And there's actually like kind of like a little burn? Mm-hmm. Or is that just because I'm sick?
I think it might be because you're sick.
Oh.
Nothing's burning me. Yeah, Bruce is having an allergic reaction on live stream. My throat. Is your throat closing up? My throat's closing up.
No, I caught this cold that Stephanie had last week. No, I haven't. But I do feel a lot better than I did the last couple days. So that's good.
Hi, Shecky. And yes, Frank, this is my Surface Pro.
What's up, Shaggy? How you doing, man? You're on early tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's talk about some of the big things to talk about tonight. Number one, we are drawing the winner to our first giveaway tonight.
That's Stay Pop's here. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. I'm just excited when I see people.
What's up, Stay Pop? So that is super exciting. We had I looked through all the entries, it tells you where they're from. There's some from Dubai. There's some from the UK.
Oh, that's so cool.
There's some from Germany. One Russian one. Those ones I'm a little the Dubai ones. I was like, who's watching us from Dubai? But there's a ton from the United States. So
exciting.
Good luck to everyone tonight. We're going to draw it at 11 because that's when it officially ends. We'll probably draw it at 11:05 to make sure it's actually done. And yeah, so that's really exciting.
Frank says if he doesn't win, he's out. Don't lie. You just said before this you were sitting here since last week waiting for our show to start again, Frank.
The other big thing to talk about is, so when we announced this giveaway, we're like, you know what? We were at 120-something 125 subscribers. I did not. And I said... If we, the next giveaway we're going to do is we'll get to 150 because that's kind of a nice round number. It's it's kind of it's a big accomplishment for me and Stephanie, and it's just, I don't know, it took us so long
to get to 100.
100, and then so long to get to 125. I'm it's going to take a long time. In the 1 week since we announced the giveaway, we are at 156 subscribers. So we are already planning the next giveaway. We are finalizing what the giveaway is going to be, and we will announce it.
I thought of a great idea, guys.
We're going to announce it either during the week next week or on next week's live stream, and then we'll start the next giveaway.
It's exciting. I like to give things away. It's fun.
It's really
fun. What else can we give away?
So that's really exciting. We actually did a couple... trailer reaction because I was like, you know what, let's spice up the content on the channel, let's just try something new.
Spice it up.
And we literally just took my iPhone, put it on the tripod, and recorded it dirty, no lights, no microphone, just straight up iPhone. And the first one we did was for Wonder Woman, and it has over 1,000 views.
It was terrible. It was a terrible video.
Yeah, we
couldn't hear anything we were saying because the trailer is playing so loud over the background, and we didn't have a microphone for Bruce's telephone. 1985 calling.
My cell phone.
Versus cell phone. And so it was very terrible audio and lighting.
Yeah, I did not think... I think it's all mainly because it's Wonder Woman and everyone's I don't know. Everyone's into reaction videos. So the traction that got... And then we did a boys video and that's got over 200 views. Then we did... Stargirl, and that's got over 100 views.
People are not happy about our Stargirl review, though.
No, they don't agree with our opinions on that at all. Which is fine. Everyone has their own opinions. But it's really good to see. I didn't get as many views on my comic book reviews as I was hoping, but...
We're warming people up to the channel. We're going to get them there. We're going to make them fall in love with other things, and then they're going to trust our comic book reviews.
Yes. So it was just a really exciting week, and so many comments. People were commenting like crazy. It was just, I don't know. It made a very positive impact on me. It makes me want to do more for the channel. I think same with Stephanie. So... please stay tuned. We are going to record a couple a year wrap-up video, and then a what we learned from 2019 and what we hope to do in 2020.
We're going to do a montage.
Montage?
A montage!
I don't know if we're going to do a montage.
Yes. South Park style montage.
Yeah, so those are the two big news items. Basically, we're going to do the giveaway at 11 o'clock. So in under an hour, we'll be choosing our winner. And then we just basically announced our next giveaway is already about to happen.
It's already happening!
Because you guys, the community is so great. Thank you guys so much for just supporting us. And we look forward to bringing you bigger and better content and more giveaways. So I think the moment I'm going to do it to that is at 200. And hopefully...
We have to start spacing them out, guys.
I guess thank you guys so much for supporting us this last week, especially you guys. Like, the guys who are here on every night, Shecky and Frank and Jessica and Stay Puft and everyone else.
That one guy, Jimmy from the Bronx, he comes in at the end and just says woof. He's still here.
Josh, I know you were at your company's holiday party tonight. Have fun. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you next week. But let's cheers and then say thank you again.
Thank you again, guys. Stay Puft believes in us. He says we will continue to grow in 2020. Thank you, Stay Puft. We hope so.
Thank you, Stay Puft. All right, so there is a ton of news to cover. I was pulling articles today, and there was just a lot of stuff that happened over the week. So a lot to talk about. What do you want to talk about first?
Let me see our list. How many in each row?
There's
a lot of comic book news.
There's a ton of comic book news.
It looks like TV is the least, so we should start with TV. TV it is.
Okay. We will start with this. So, there is a new Dracula TV show coming to Netflix. It is produced by the BBC. Have you watched any like the BBC shows?
No.
Like Sherlock, that has Benedict Cumberbatch, and I forgot the other guy who plays Holmes is really good, but it's the same kind of style of that show. So since you haven't watched it, there's only 3 episodes in a season in Sherlock, but they're an hour and a half episodes. So you get these nice long episodes. They kind of like are able to tell the whole story, and that's kind of what this Dracula is going after. And this Dracula definitely looks very. I'm not gonna play the trailer. The trailer's here. We learned our mistake in the past. But the trailer actually looks pretty good. This guy is definitely creepy. He has a really good vibe. The effects look really good. They use like a mix of makeup plus special effects. It looks pretty creepy. And it's Dracula. I actually love vampire stuff, so this is right up my alley.
Except for Twilight. You don't love that.
Well, that's not serious vampires.
I love Twilight.
That's more of the sparkly vampires.
Frank says Martin Freeman plays Watson.
Yes, there you go. Thank you, Frank.
Martin Freeman was also in Twilight.
Was he really?
I don't know. I'm making that up.
I think you're making that up.
There was a British actor in Twilight. I don't remember what it is. I thought it was Martin something.
I'm going to
look it up, guys.
I'm going to say that one until the last. So, on the CW, one thing that's spitting out of this whole Crisis on Infinite Earth thing that's happening in the Arrowverse. So the show Arrow is ending at the end of the season, and so they're doing like this crazy ending. And spitting out of that, they're going to do a Lois and Lane TV show. I believe that's been done in the past, and I'm not sure if the same actor and actress is coming back to do that, but they've done a casting call for that show for 2 teenage boys. And what people are thinking is that they might be casting basically John Kent and Damian Wayne. And why is that exciting? Is because there's actually been a comic book called Super Sons, and it was Damian Wayne and John Kent, and they went around doing superhero stuff, and it was really, really good. It was drawn by one of my favorite artists, Jorge Jimenez, and it was just really cool. It's a really great banter because John Kent's all like high and mighty. He's like, I gotta do good because I'm Superman's son. And if you don't know who Damian Wayne is, he's the son of Batman, so he has that Batman like gruff and tough, and he thinks he's the best. But he's also was trained from like he was a baby until like 9 years old by his mom, who was Talia al Ghul, the League of Assassins, like the head of League of Assassins. So he was trained to actually go kill his father and then become Batman. But then when he met his father, he was like, "Oh, Daddy, I love you."
That reminds me of that other comic book that I never finished reading, Mr. Fantastic,
Mr. Miracle?
Mr. Miracle. I always forget it, what it's called.
Such a good comic.
But isn't that like in the beginning, like That's like his big Barda. Isn't that how she's like raised? No, he's raised by that mean woman who like.
Granny Goodness.
Yeah.
Well, they both were. They were both raised in the pits of Apocalypse. Acropolis. Can't say it. My nose is so stuffed up.
That's what it is.
But basically, Granny Goodness is just like she's evil to them. She like beats them down, but they come out on top.
Frank said that the reason there is a Damien is because the bat condom broke.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I would actually might check the show out, this Lois and Clark, or whatever they're calling it, if they do have a Batman, or John Kent and Damian Wayne in it. I think that'd be really cool, because it doesn't have to be all about Superman and Lois, and actually be about their sons. And that'd be much more interesting to me than about Lois and Clark.
I never even knew that Batman and Superman had kids until deceased. So I thought it was really cool. I liked that they had children.
The comic book is really good because it's such a good juxtaposition of Damian being a hard ass and like kicking ass, and then John Kent's like, no, you can't do that. And he's Superman, and so he's constantly saving Damian Wayne because Damian Wayne is like thinks he can do everything and beat everyone up, and then John Kent has to come in and be like, no, I'll save you, Damian.
Also, isn't Damian Wayne one of the Wayne's brothers? Like the acting family, the Wayne's brothers. Damian is one of the brothers.
I think so. What do we got next? Oh yeah, there was the Stargirl teaser trailer. We're not going to talk too much about that because if you want to see all the information about that, watch our reaction trailer. We watched it. It looks okay. What we found out from the viewers who watched that video was that we were not sure if the show was actually going to be. Well, when it first was announced,
Don't do this one again. Do the one.
Okay. Was announced that it was going to be on the DC Streaming Universe app, which the shows that were on that I like a lot. Doom Patrol, Titans. I think that's it so far. Oh, we have to watch Harley Quinn.
I'm excited for that. We keep forgetting. And
yes.
We're trying to watch. We're caught up on Watchmen and Mandalorian now,
yes.
so we have time for.
And Watchmen's ending this Sunday.
So sad. Such a good show.
It's such a good show.
We should dedicate a whole episode to Watchmen. We should do a Watchmen wrap-up after it's over. So I can just talk about how much I love Watchmen.
Oh, another
for
dark
20
one.
minutes. I have a feeling these are all going to be dark.
Well, this was the sour one.
I like sour beers. Bruce does not.
No, I do not. So, yeah, Stargirl, we watched the trailer. It looks okay, and we were like, oh, it's going to be in CW. It's going to be lame. So this is Funky Jubilation.
More Jewish puns. I love it. Barrel-aged sour.
Barrel-aged sour, blend of 8 ales and lagers aged in bourbon barrels and rye whiskey barrels. 9.4%, so this is half of what the other one was. Hebrew, the chosen beer, brewed in New York.
Yeah! I like that.
That's this one. Overall, the show looks okay. We're probably not going to give it a chance. We might. Who knows? We might.
I'm not. I'm going to let you know now. I'm not.
Maybe it'll be one of the shows that I download to my phone and watch on the train right home. Because I'm watching Titans. I love Titans. I'm like halfway through the season. Can't wait to finish it. Need to find time. I need to not be sick, so I keep falling asleep on the train.
Hold on. I gotta catch you up on comments.
Okay.
Stay Puft said that he enjoyed the Superman run with John and Batman and Robin by Peter Tomasi.
Peter Tomasi, yeah.
And that both series were written by Tomasi, by the way.
Oh, great. Thanks, Stay Puft. Yeah, Tomasi is really, really good.
And Jessica agrees that Watchmen is excellent and also that sour beers are excellent. Jessica, I feel like you and me would be best friends.
Doesn't smell sour. Cheers.
It's very dark for a sour beer. Definitely tastes sour, but more of like a fermented. It's got a very fermented taste.
Don't hate it, but yeah, it's.
He's like, I don't hate it. I'm just gonna vomit.
It's definitely a lot different than the last one. All right, so you know how there is a what's it called, WandaVision show coming out on the Disney Plus. We talked about that briefly on one of the other episodes.
It's possible. I might have been drunk or coughing all over the place. It's one of the two.
So it's one of the shows coming out on the Disney Plus. It's called WandaVision, and it's going to focus on Vision and Wanda Maximoff. And there was a comic book.
Oh, Jessica said she's coming to New York next week. I'm cutting you off again. I know, I'm terrible at this.
You are.
I'm in charge of the comments, and I get really excited when I read them.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, You cut me off now. Let's finish that.
Jessica just said she'll be in New York next week.
You want to come on the live stream next Friday?
You and Frank can come. That would be so much fun.
That would be fun. It is right before Christmas, so it might not be the best time. But if you're here and you want to come, you're more than invited. So, one of my favorite writers, Tom King, wrote a 12-issue, I think they're called maxi series, which are a 12-issue run of a comic book just about Vision, and Vision creating his own family. And in that, he creates a dog named Sparky. And they're, what's his name? Kevin Feige has come out and said that they are going to include this dog inside the show, which I thought was pretty cool. Especially because that's like, it's like such a small part of this very small run inside of a comic book written by one of my favorite artists that's now going to be part of the MCU, which is really, really cool.
I've only known Vision from Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
That is the only time I've ever heard, seen, or anything. So why does he look like he's all one piece of skin?
Oh, well, this is like, he can change the color of his skin.
But is that a hat he's wearing? Like a mask? Like a...
No, he always has that. If you even watch the movies, that he has like an outline around his head.
That's just part of his head?
Yes.
Okay.
I think like these are all the different pieces of each robot.
Alright.
I thought that was really cool news. Like, it's such small news item, but it was...
Oh, and Ray is here from Minnesota. Tiny Soda's here.
What's up, Ray? How you doing, man? Alright, on to the next thing. Oh, yeah. So, Amazon is making a Lord of the Rings TV show. And they had hired Will Poulter?
Poulter. I'm going to say Poulter. It looks like poultry.
Poulter. Was in Maze Runner. I watched that show for 20 minutes on HBO when I was like, oh, what am I going to watch? I don't know. Watch this. Oh, this is terrible. I'm trying to get off.
He was also in that movie with Jennifer Aniston when she's trying to smuggle drugs across the...
Yeah.
And he's the really dorky brother.
Yeah, that was really good.
Ray wants to know who is Vision's wife in that comic.
He creates her. He creates his whole family. So he was I think he was lonely and he didn't I forgot, I don't know the whole story, I haven't read the comic book. From what I know, he created everyone and then I don't know if he killed them or there was something wrong with the programming where they killed each other. But in the end, he had a son, a wife, a daughter, and the dog, and the mother and the son died, and the daughter lived and he lived. But they're all from him. I know that.
Also, Jessica said not to apologize for cutting you off. That I have every right to.
Oh, well. Trying to give you guys the news.
And then she said she's flying on the 23rd. Stay Puft said the Vision series by King is so good.
Yeah, I know. I stay above it. I have to go read it. That's one of the things I'm going to go read. But then I guess this guy, Will Poulter, either dropped out or somehow... He wasn't fired, but he exited the series, which, I mean... For me, the way I read that is that he stepped away. He was
he's like, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this anymore, so
But is he such a big name that he can be stepping away from things? I mean, I can name just the Jennifer Aniston movie that he's in. I didn't even know Maze Runner was a show.
Maybe he didn't want to be involved in a show that's probably going to go on for 10 years and, sink 10 years of his life into this.
I guess. You can always, leave. I'm sure there's, a 2-year contract. I'm sure he's not signing a 10-year contract.
It depends on the role, because it says here that he was one of the big names to land a role. So... It'd be interesting. I'm not too excited about that. I'm not a big Tolkien fan, so I'll check out the show.
I like the Lord of the Rings movies, though.
Oh, those movies are terrible.
What?
Yeah, those are so bad.
So weird. He's got such weird taste.
All right, last piece of TV/streaming news. I am super excited about this news. I'm hesitant to be so excited because... did you watch any of the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Of course, that's one of my favorite Christmas movies.
It's so the.
Because we just talked about on Thanksgiving. Don't you remember? I said we're gonna make the turkey so dry that
we can
chew it like National Lampoon's Christmas.
So the creator Johnny Galecki of The Big Bang Theory is looking to bring National Lampoon's Vacation franchise to HBO Max. HBO Max is basically a streaming service that is going to compete with Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Netflix, all that jazz. And he wants to, make a show that's about the Griswolds. It's going to be titled Griswolds.
Are any of the people that are from the original movie going to be in it?
I don't see how they can be because a lot of them are so old at this point.
Right. What's the guy's name again? The main guy? I can't think of his name. Frank, you'll know.
Frank, yeah. Who's the guy? I'm blanking now because now I have to remember.
He was in Community.
Yes, he was in Community.
He's also in that. My point is, I heard that he is a terrible human being.
Yeah, he's an asshole. He's a big asshole. Everyone hated him working on that show. But I love those series of movies. If they can do this series right, because supposedly the goal is to make 30-minute episodes of this series, if they can make it funny and feel like that original TV show, it'd be amazing. Not TV show, original movies, it'd be amazing. But I don't know if you can in this day and age, because that was like a type of filmmaking at that time.
I feel like they wouldn't let any of that stuff fly. And like, how great is it when he tries to dump all the sewage from his trailer into
That's so good.
He's just smoking and dumping it onto the sewer. It's a great movie.
Yeah, we have to watch it like this weekend or next weekend.
Chevy Chase, thank you.
Chevy Chase,
thank you,
yes.
Frank. Yes, Chevy Chase.
Frank knew you.
Frank always comes through. He's probably just like this, like, oh, who's that guy?
That's fine. All right, so that's that. Do we want to do movies or comic books?
I feel like we should do comic books and then wrap it up with movies.
That's
All right. My personal opinion.
So we have lots of comic book news to get through. A lot of good stuff. I guess I will start at the top and come on down. So, Marvel, I think it was today, actually. No, I guess it was yesterday. They released a trailer, or a short video. I think it's like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. I wonder if I can play this without sound. Yeah, hit that, so that way it doesn't make any noise. And I'll hit 3. So there is this movie, or video, where it has C.B. Cebulski, or whatever his name is. He's the chief editor at Marvel Comics and all these other big names, talking about this new series that's going to come out and all these people that are going to be in it, but it's all bleeped out. And they cover their mouth so you can't even read it. So it's kind of like they're teasing this new thing that's going to happen in the Marvel Universe starting in March, but you don't get any information from it. So there is this big new thing that's going to be an ongoing, a blockbuster comic that's probably going to expand the Marvel Universe, hit all the big books, called Empire. So what's it about? No one knows.
Nobody knows. Empire spelled incorrectly.
Can you guess looking at that, what's it going to be about?
I don't know. The only things that are broken, the Hulk.
Yeah, I don't know. Yellow and purple and black and something is shattering.
It makes me think of the Hulk. Just the shattering letters. But purple and yellow isn't really Hulkish.
No.
And it's spelled with a Y for a reason. So it's something to do with a superhero that has a Y in their name.
Or a race of people.
Or pyre. Isn't that like how you say, like, a fire? What does that word mean? Come on, Internet. A heat of combustible material. God, I'm so smart.
You are so smart. So it's a new thing, and it was I watched the full video. It was really enjoyable. It was funny. It made me laugh. So.
Oh, Juan the Rican. Just a Rican in his comics.
It's Ron.
Ron the Rican. Juan. Sorry, I apologize.
I called him Juan once, and I felt terrible.
And now it's in my head. So Ron.
What's up, Ron? How you doing, man? So yeah, Empire's coming out in March, I believe, is going to be the start of it, and I think they're coming up with a comic to start this whole thing. The last week of December. So December 26th is the Wednesday or Thursday after Christmas. I don't know which day Christmas lands. I'm guessing
Wednesday.
So
it's a Wednesday. So
since it is on a Wednesday, comic books will come out on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday. So
one day behind.
Yes. So,
how will we live?
How will we live?
Shecky, everyone's excited for our giveaway. That's why. Did you enter the giveaway, Shecky?
Shecky, you better have.
You have time. You got 30 minutes.
All right. Next up. All right. This is the biggest news of the week, hands down. Hands down. I don't care.
Hands down. Doesn't matter what you say.
Don't care.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry at all.
Oh, I know about this news too. I actually heard about this news before Bruce told me about it. That's how hip and cool I am, guys.
So, if you guys watch this channel at all, you know that my favorite superhero is Batman. You can't see it behind me, but I have 2 stuffed Batmans up there that my sister got for my birthday. I got Batman, Man Who Laughs over here. I got 2 little figures there. I got a big Batman Who Laughs statue over there. You think I'd have more posters, but when I went to buy these posters for the channel, there was no really good Batman posters. I'm really sad about that.
Bruce loves Batman.
I love Batman. Favorite comic, Tom King's run on Batman, fucking incredible. James Tynion IV, one of my other favorite writers, is actually stepping in or taking over Batman from Tom King starting issue 86. There's only one more issue. I'm really excited about that because we love Something Is Killing the Children.
We do.
I like a lot of the other stuff he was writing on Justice League with Scott Snyder, who I really, really like. But there was 2 artists that were going to be writing the book that were announced at the beginning. But they just announced the third. The third is...
Oh my god!
Jorge Jimenez, my favorite artist right now. He's so incredible. His artwork is fucking incredible. It's so gorgeous. This
you
is
follow Bruce on Instagram. He posts like a new Jorge Jimenez artwork
all the
his
time.
Story like once a day.
So he's picking it up, and he's going to be the other artists are going to be Gillian March and Tony S. Daniel. So those are the 3 artists that are going to be drawing it with Jorge Jimenez. Jorge Jimenez's first book is issue number 90, which is, I will show you guys in just a second. Where is that other article? Is it this one? No, that's another really big piece of news. Well, I'll come to it because I know it's here, but it's just such exciting news. He's my favorite artist. Like, it's so exciting because Batman is my favorite book. James Tynion IV is on it. Jorge Jimenez is on it. My life is complete. It's gonna be great.
That's it. He can die now, guys. Say goodbye to Bruce.
The next piece, not big piece of news. The next piece of news that I found really interesting. I actually shared this article with Frank because we worked together. There was an original piece of artwork sold today. It was the cover art, or the original piece of artwork that was used for a cover on a book for Frankenstein, a comic book sold by Marvel Comics that sold for $1.2 million.
Imagine having some old comic book that you're like...
It's not even the comic book, it's just the cover art.
So I'm saying, like, some old comic book that you had the cover left from, and you're like, oh, this is nothing. Freaking, how many years? How old was it?
This is back in 83.
That's it!
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me, like, 1925.
No, this piece of artwork was drawn back in 1983 by Bernie Wright's son. It's the original piece of artwork that he submitted to Marvel for the wraparound cover of Frankenstein, and it sold for $1.2 million.
We're gonna start going through all of Bruce's old comics. Be a millionaire.
No, we don't. I don't have anything that old. Some other.
Alright, so in 20 years we're gonna go through it and be a millionaire.
Maybe. There's some other art that sold out for for a lot of money. There was John Bryan's original artwork for Fantastic Four number 256, the complete 22-page story of Annihilation Gambit, sold for $90,000. Steve Ditko's original artwork for The Amazing Spider-Man number 37, only page number 8, sold for $90,000.
Who's paying $90,000 for one page?
Jack Kirby and Vince Coletta's original artwork for The Mighty Thor number 139, the complete 16-page story of To Die Like a God, sold for $90,000.
I have a comic book question.
Sure.
What does it mean, original artwork? Like, that means they hand drew it? Or, like,
Well,
that's just, like, the first print?
No. So, like, artists, especially back in the 80s and 90s, you drew your art on those, like, really large pieces of art, paper.
Okay.
Not paper, it's a thick piece of cardboard, not cardboard, but cardstock or something. And then that would go into, so that's the pencils, and then that goes over to the inker, and then the inker cleans up all the lines and does the lines, and then someone comes in and then colors it. So there, for a lot of early comic books, and some artists still draw like this, that art is still available. Like
But who keeps that?
Well,
some smart guy who's like, I'm gonna hold on to all of
the
these.
artists normally do. The artist normally gets.
So this artist sold it for $1.2 million?
No, someone bought it from that person a long time ago, and then is now selling it for this. Like, it was at this big, large auction. It was at the Comics and Illustration Art, the property of the Distinguished American Collection auction.
Frank is letting us. Oh, no, John Byrne, pronounced Byrne, and also it's called Bristol Board Stock.
There you go. But that's how art is first drawn for comic books. So, like, if you go to comic, like I bring you to Comic-Con, we're gonna go to Artist Alley.
He's gonna bring me. I'm the lady of the house.
And
I'm getting brought in a horse and carriage.
Yes. Like you go down Artist Alley, and there'll be some artists draw digital now, and they just submit their stuff digitally, and that's it. But a lot of guys still draw on this, what's it Frank called it? Bristol board stock. And so they have the original prints that they can then sell for money. So that's how they make extra money. They don't make a ton of money drawing comic books. Like, it's not a very lucrative business unless you're like one of the biggest names and you're drawing tons of stuff, but you're also tired and exhausted because you have to make deadlines.
Your hands hurt.
But you also make extra money by going to conventions and then be like, all right, I'll draw you a picture, whatever you want, but you have to pay me $50. And then that's how they make money, but they also sell the original art. So
Frank says he's got 2 pages of Jack Kirby X-Men artwork somewhere, just hanging out.
Well, I would like to get some artwork at some point, but when I go to the conventions and they ask me $500, I'm like, I will get that at another time.
Never.
So yeah, this was just one piece of artwork sold for $1.2 million, which is blows my mind. All right, what is up next?
Beers. Finish your beer. Let's move on to the next one. I hope that one of these aren't so dark.
I think I have a feeling it's dark. All right, this is Ripa on Rye, a rye double IPA aged in rye whiskey barrels. This was made back in 2016.
Aged in Jim Beam rye whiskey barrels.
Yep.
So they make like Jim Beam whiskey and then take the barrel and then put that.
No,
in
they buy the barrels from Jim Beam.
Right. And then they put their beer in there.
Yes, but I thought you were saying that this company made Jim Beam.
No. It's not like they take Jim Beam's barrels.
Oh.
Party foul.
I just opened it.
Party foul.
You're a party foul.
Did you hear that? Live on our YouTube channel.
So.
Oh, it's a little lighter. I'm happy.
What do you think about the first 2 beers?
They're intense. They're very heavy beers. They're very dark.
This is still
It's
dark.
not something I could drink a ton of.
This is 10% alcohol.
This is 10%. This is a little lighter. I'm happy about that. I'm assuming this is why this company does not exist anymore.
No,
or
this still exists.
Does it exist?
Yeah.
I thought he told me that they don't exist. Maybe he just doesn't stock it anymore.
Doesn't stock it, yeah.
Because it wasn't selling well enough. But these are like huge beers that like... I mean, I guess there's lots of people who like Guinness and dark beers.
Yeah.
But to drink a whole thing of this... I mean, you'd only need one, and then you're done.
It's not bad.
It's got that like chocolatey flavor, but in a gross way. It's gross chocolate. It's like the milk chocolate of beers.
The milk chocolate of beers. So in James Tinian, like I mentioned, he is taking over for Tom King on issue 86. And he is going to introduce a new villain on issue number 90. That is the first issue, like I mentioned, of Jorge Jimenez. You'll be able to see a piece of his artwork right here. This is his cover for the book. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. And the new villain is called The Designer.
Is he gay?
He might be. But look at that cover. That cover is just...
It's unrealistic. His cape would not be flapping in the wind like that.
You don't even know. You don't even know!
His cape is made of aluminum and is bent in that design. He can only fly in certain jet streams.
That's so good. So that's pretty cool that he's only 4 issues in. He's already introducing a villain. It's exciting to see.
James Tinian
the Fourth.
Oh, he's doing cool things.
So continuing on James Tinian in Batman, there's a lot of news came out. This is so the solicitations for March of 2020 came out this week, And Batman number 91 features more artwork by Jorge Jimenez. It's still written by James Tynion, but Batman's new sidekick is Harley Quinn.
That's actually really cool, and I really like this artwork with Harley Quinn kicking the Joker in the face as she's going down.
It's not the Joker, it's a bunch of...
Whatever. A guy that looks like the Joker from
poison
the
people.
Harleen.
It's so...
But it is really cool looking, even if it's not the Joker, which I still think it's the Joker.
No, it's all these people that are it might be poisoned by the Joker, but... Oop,
You went too hard.
I did go too hard.
He's going too hard, guys.
It just his artwork is like bonerific.
Bonerific.
So good.
Bonerific. That is the word.
That is the word of the night. Bonerific.
It's like Pee-wee's Playhouse. You hear the word and everyone has to be like, ah!
Yes, exactly.
Bonerific, guys. Every time you hear it, shots.
So a new member to the Morales family was introduced this week. So, if you don't know who the Moraleses are...
Then where have you been?
Where have you been? Even Stephanie knows who the Moraleses are. So, we're talking about Miles Morales. His parents had a new baby, and it was a baby girl. And her name was...
Baby Morales.
Baby Morales. Rio?
No, Rio gave birth to a baby girl. Rio is a mom, I guess.
I thought I read this.
Rio is a fun name to have.
Oh, Billy. Billy Mariana Morales. So, that's exciting.
Why is that exciting for a superhero unless she's like Miles Morales' child and then has superpowers?
Well, I think mainly because this will probably give Miles some things to think about, and also they'll put the baby in danger and they'll have to
maybe
save
he'll
it.
mess up a bunch of rescues because he's tired from the baby crying all night.
That's a good possibility.
He's like, I was gonna save you, but the baby had me up all night, so you're dead now.
But usually these things throw...
Oh, and the Comic Jabroni is on!
No way, really?
Yes.
What's
You
on?
showed me your channel, Comic Jabroni. It was very, very interesting. I enjoyed it.
I watched your indie comic review today. It was really good. But yeah, so that was pretty cool, exciting news. Always, I don't know, for some reason, when Luke Cage and Jessica Jones had a baby, I thought that was really cool, and it gave their characters more depth. They were more interesting to me. Again, it's probably because I'm a parent now, and it gave them more. It grounded them more and made them more interesting. So I think this is going to be good news for Miles. Look, he has a baby sister now, someone to want to be a good role model for and protect her. And I think it's interesting. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
The Comic Jabroni would like to know where the whiskey is. You are new to our live stream, so we do beers every week.
We do.
And we do different themes of beers every week. So this week's theme is Jewish beers.
Jewish
so we
beers.
are drinking all beers made by a company that only makes Jewish beers. I guess they're just named after Jewish things. I don't think they're kosher or anything.
No, I don't think they're kosher, but I think it's a group of Jewish people who are them brewing the beers.
Okay.
I think if you go on the website, that's what I saw.
Schmaltz.
Smoltz. But yeah, so last week we did Christmas beers, and to celebrate Hanukkah, even though we're not Jewish, we are celebrating with our Jewish friends. We're having some Jewish beers. Yeah, it was funny when I went on Jabroni's channel and I saw him drinking whiskey. I'm like, oh, we do something very similar. Very similar. Great minds think alike. All right, so I'm
Whiskey's pretty hardcore to drink.
Yeah, it is. This is a pretty interesting news in my opinion. The writer of Deathstroke, his name is something Priest, Christopher Priest. He came up with an idea that he pitched to DC that he wanted to make Damian Wayne actually be Deathstroke's son.
I don't know who Deathstroke is.
I get so much teaching to do.
Deathstroke sounds like a weird porn name for someone.
Oh,
Deathstroke. That's what it makes me think of.
Which could be cool, but I'm glad that DC decided to not go with this, because I love Damian Wayne being Batman's son. But in the Deathstroke book, I don't read it. It's one of those books where it just never drew me in or was interesting enough for me to give it a shot. I guess he meets Damien and he starts interacting with him, and he sees a lot of himself in Damian Wayne, and so he falls in love with Damien, like the idea of him being his son.
Okay.
And so that's a big part of the book, and Christopher Priest had an idea that he could spin that off to him actually being his son, because Deathstroke is evil, Talia al Ghul is evil. They got together, did the deed at some point.
Also, Comic Jabroni wants to know how our Jewish beers are. They're very hardcore. Very strong.
Yes.
They ranged, I think the first one we drank was like 16%.
Yes.
And then we drank one that was 9%. Now the one we're drinking now is 10%.
Jabroni, what is your first name? You say it on your channel every day, and I just forget, and I want to interrupt you by your
I just want to keep
first
calling
name.
you Jabroni. You ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? They have a whole episode where Mac wears
The duster?
the duster, and he calls everybody Jabroni.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's up with this word Jabroni? And that's what Charlie says. He's like, I really like it. And it is fun to say, Jabroni.
But so far, all these beers are very intense. The lowest one, proof-wise, is 9.4. The other two, or we have 4 beers. Two of the other ones are 10, and the last one, like I said, is 16.8% alcohol.
Wait, the last one that we haven't tried yet?
No, the first one we tried
the
was
first
6.
one.
No, the next one's 10.
There's still 16%? I'm not going to make it, guys.
So
Edwin is his name.
Edwin, yes, thank you. Sorry, I forgot. Edwin. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out the live stream. Really, really appreciate it. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. It was a cool idea, but again, I'm very glad that DC kept Damian Wayne as Batman's son.
Not weird porn Deathstroke. I'll kill you with my Deathstroke. That's what they would say.
Another big news item that dropped this week. This in the Marvel Universe that get out of DC. They are going to do a new, I think it's going to be a one-shot that is then going to spill out into a series that is going to affect all of the kids in the Marvel Universe. It's called Outlawed. A while ago, there was a book called Civil War. They kind of based Civil War, the movie, loosely on that. But in that movie, in that book, in the original book before Civil War, I forgot what it's called. Excuse me, I wish I looked that up before this. But a group of heroes went and they were on a case, and thought they were going to stop this supervillain from doing something bad. And this supervillain could explode himself, but
still live.
But he took this drug that made him like super explode. And guess where he took this drug? And then guess where he exploded himself?
I don't know.
Outside of a school.
It's terrible.
Yes. So these kids went and they thought they were doing something good, and they actually what was the name of the book? New Heroes, New something. But they had a guy that would run around with a camera and videotape them, and then they posted it on YouTube. And so they had
YouTube of Marvel.
And so they had this whole thing, and then it was recorded that these kids messed up. And this guy exploded and killed a whole school of kids.
That's terrible.
And from that's when the Marvel Universe was like, all right, we want all heroes to register. Like, you have to come in, take your mask off, register with us to be a superhero. That's when Civil War started, because some heroes were like, yes, we will do that, we agree. And other heroes were like, go fuck yourself, I'm not doing that. Like, I have a family. I'm protecting my family by keeping this mask on. Like, I am going to save people, but no, I'm not doing that. And so something happens. These kids go out and do that, and then there is going to be consequences for this reaction, and anyone under the age of 21 is going to be affected by it.
Okay.
So,
I get it.
pretty interesting.
Also, Comic Jabroni, Edwin said he grabbed a couple Black Friday Goose Island Bourbon Country beers. I've never heard of that. I've heard of Goose Island beers.
Okay.
Bourbon Country beers, and he said they were very strong. I've never heard of that combination of words. What do you mean Black Friday? It was only available on Black Friday? It was on sale on Black Friday? Is it called Black Friday? Is that the name of it? Black Friday. Goose Island is...
Goose Island, that's a very popular
right.
area. It's from Delaware, I think.
But I've never heard of Bourbon Country beers and why Black Friday is involved in it. So please explain. I want to know.
I'm sure that's just like what all these beers seem to be aged in some kind of rye or bourbon barrel.
Shecky wants to know if it's like Fios.
Oh, Shecky.
Shecky and his Fios.
Shecky, you've been quiet tonight, man.
I know. I think it's because there's so many people. Shecky feels lost in the crowd.
Oh,
Shecky, come back to us.
Yes. For Edwin and Ron, if you're still on, Shecky was on the very first night we started streaming, which we were bumbling fools, which we still are bumbling fools on this live stream.
But we're fun bumbling fools.
But he has been almost on every single night. And
except for the one night we did a freaking British themed show for Shecky.
That's true.
The one night he didn't come on. Out of like what? What are we on? 9? 10? 10 episodes? Shecky didn't come on once.
We did dress up that whole entire episode too.
We wore like these like king and queen robes with like crowns and drank only British themed beers. Shecky, how could you do that to me?
This beer is dark too.
Oh.
So what were we talking about?
Edwin did say that the beers were only available on Black Friday.
Oh, that's interesting.
Where are you from? Did that they did that promotion? I've never heard of something like beers only being available on one day.
Edwin, you're in Jersey, right? I have a feeling on your channel you said you're from Jersey.
Shecky said he's just tired today. That's why he's not involving himself in our shenanigans.
We also have some other people that are on this channel right now. Jessica and Frank have been on since the beginning. Stay Puff, thank you so much. I think you've been around pretty much from the beginning. So
And Ray came like in the beginning, and then he disappeared for a while.
That's
came
true.
Back again.
That's true.
Ray's been around.
All right. So, are you a Deadpool fan, my dear sweet girlfriend?
I do like the Deadpool movies. I've never read any Deadpool comic books.
Well,
but I mean, Ryan Reynolds is hysterical.
He is.
And he does a great Deadpool.
I should give you these trades for this one series of Deadpool, which is it's really really good. But there's a new run. First issue came out, and they immediately delayed the second, third, and
Comic Ponies from San Antonio. I've been to San Antonio.
San Antonio. That's right.
When I went to San Antonio, that was the best Mexican food I've ever had in my life. And the people in San Antonio, the most polite people I've ever met. And I've been to Montana. I lived there for 3 years. And those are polite people. San Antonio blows them out of the water. Like, the people, you go to, like, the drive-thru at, like, a McDonald's, and they're, like, uncomfortably polite to you. Where, like, I came back from San Antonio, I was like, and I got back into the airport. I was living in Florida at the time. I got back to the airport, and someone, like, cut me off just walking, like, rammed their little walking trailer. I'm like, oh, I'm home, thank God. I can't be around all those polite people and feel like the worst person in the world all the time.
And I think why I thought Jabroni was from Jersey was because he has Yankee gear everywhere. Yankees.
Yankees. Bruce is a big Red Sox fan.
I am.
So
I am.
you guys are frenemies.
Frenemies, yes. But, so Deadpool. They came out with issue 1, and then they immediately delayed issues 2, 3, and 4, and issue 4 got postponed an additional 4 weeks. So, if you're reading Deadpool, you're going to be waiting a long time to get issues 4.
That's like my poor Harleen. It still hasn't come out.
That's true.
Where is she?
Yeah, but that guy is at least doing all the writing in the artwork, and that's like extra long books. This is just like a regular issue. What is going on?
Maybe it's a family emergency. We'll be understanding.
We will be.
Also, Shecky said it's 4 a.m. He wants to remind us to stop being dicks to him. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, Shecky.
Sorry, Shecky.
And then he watches this before he goes to work. Which means, what time are you getting up for work? That sounds terrible.
All right, so we have...
Ray called them Dead Sox, not Red Sox.
Ray, watch yourself. I'm watching you.
Ooh, Perry Comics is on.
What's up, Perry?
Hello, Perry. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome. Yes, welcome. So we have 3 young kids between the two of us. She has 2 of her own. I have 1. We make 3.
Together, it's a combination of too many children. It's like one too many. Once they start outnumbering you, that's it. They're like zombies. They're like climbing all over you, and you're like, please, like, I want a snack. I'm hungry. He's touching me. She's looking at me.
It's a lot. But I've tried to get her kids are 9 and 10. I've tried to get them into comics.
Oh my God, that's right, Ray. I forgot you have twins.
Yes. Oh yes, you do. I've tried to get the 2 older ones into comics a few times. They're just not into it. But Nate does read Dogman, which is in a comic book form.
You said it's written by someone that you like.
It is written by... The writer used to do Teen Titans, and he did a few books a while ago, and he's also on...
Pikey, something Pikey, right? Pig, something with a P.
Possibly. The name that I'm thinking of is, well, he was on the first season...
David Pikey, something like that.
Well, then I am thinking of a different person.
I think you're thinking of the one who wrote the Halo books. That other book he reads. Something with an H.
Oh, maybe.
That was another comic book he read. That with the little kid who's from another planet. I think that was written
Maybe.
by someone.
But DC is coming out with a lot of
Dave Pilkey.
Okay.
So you're thinking
yeah.
of that other guy.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different guy. So in 2020, DC is coming out with a ton of young adult novels, graphic novels, and middle grade books, which is really exciting because we have kids who will probably gravitate. Yes, Judd Winnick.
He writes high-low.
Yeah,
That's another book name.
He was on what's that show on MTV where they put random people in a house?
Real Life.
Real Life.
No, that's not what it's
No.
called, though. I'm thinking of the channel. The commercial was like, this is when people start being fake, start getting real.
Yeah, he was on the first season of it. He's actually a really, really good writer. But, so in this... Real World, yes.
That's what it's called.
In this article, they show a lot of the covers for the books, and there are a lot...
Oh, and Chucky has twins, too, and I forgot about that. And then Minnesota said Minnesota Twins. That's the name of their team. That's so funny.
That is. There are a lot of books that are coming out that look pretty interesting. There's like a Batman book. There's like this book called Anti-Hero, which is probably about new heroes in the DC universe. There's this whole book by Derek Fridos and Dustin Nguyen, one of my favorite artists. Superhero Girls, another Superhero Girls book, a whole book about Wonder Woman when she was a kid. There's just all these great books for kids that are younger who probably can't grasp current comic books, which I think is really cool because, again, like we have kids and we'll hopefully get them to read those books and then we can talk about those on the show.
And Nate loves to read comics, and he loves to make his own comics.
He does. It's very cute.
He made a comic about why he made it like a mom, and he's like, this is why I hate my kids. And then he shows two kids fighting. He's like, it's mine. And there's like another panel where it was like two kids fighting about something else. And she's like, and this is why I hate my kids. I'm like, Nate, this is a terrible cartoon.
So I'm going to talk about one more news article because we are 2 minutes away from the...
Oh, yeah, so we got 2 minutes, so we got to draw our winner.
From the contest ending, so I'm really excited about that. We are about to
I just want to
draw
also
that.
announce that the comic jabroni, Edwin, said that he was going to watch Mandalorian. He said goodbye. So we didn't get to say goodbye to you. You're probably gone already.
Edwin,
I apologize.
Thanks for stopping by, man.
We were
Perry
talking
Comics, thank you so much for coming by. So, 2 minutes to the big drawing. But,
Jessica said she's excited to push children's comics in her classroom.
oh, that's awesome. You should. You definitely should. Because all those are meant for like middle schoolers and young adults. So, they all look really, really good. So, Marvel is the last big comic, or I shouldn't say the last. There might be others that I don't know of. But Marvel and DC used to be both based in New York. DC moved to the West Coast. They are now in California. But Marvel is still in New York, and they just moved offices this past week. They actually moved to a Trump building, which is a little weird. I'm sure it has nothing to do with Trump. Hopefully not.
Frank, you're so weird.
But they moved from 135 50th Street to the new offices on 12906 6th Ave. So it's only a 3-minute walk from their previous place. So it's
Probably
like,
bigger or cheaper.
yeah, probably bigger or cheaper. Probably both.
Oh, Josh is here, and he's dressed fancy for us.
Oh, Josh, what's
Josh,
up, man?
pictures or it didn't happen.
Pictures or it didn't happen. So yeah, I knew they were moving into a new office because my buddy actually does coding for their website and their apps, and he told me that he was moving offices and they're also building a big studio, and I was like, get me a job. Get me a job. All right.
Work for Marvel.
I would love to work for Marvel.
What would you do?
Well, I am qualified to do video stuff because that's what I do on a day-to-day basis.
If I worked for Marvel, I would build all of their displays that they do.
See?
All around there.
All right, let's...
Oh, Jimmy from the Bronx is on. And he said woof.
All right. I have a button to push. I'm going to wait till 11:02 to make sure that everyone, or the contest is finally done. So yeah, we are going to draw the winner in a few minutes. I want to see how many entries there were.
That's it, guys. The official time to enter is over.
It's over.
It's over.
There were exactly 200 entries.
That's crazy. Exactly 200. What are the chances? It's like when you try to fill up your gas and it gets to exactly
200 entries. So, hopefully everyone who is on tonight entered the contest, because that'd be really cool if one of you guys actually win the comic books. Babe, can you grab the comics and show them to the people who are on the channel right now? Our friends, our
dear friends,
comic book community members. So, if you don't know, we are giving away these 5 issues of Little Bird. One of them is very fine, which, I don't know, when I look at it, it looks near mint, and the rest are near mint. They're all bagged and boarded and sealed. We are...
Josh, he puts beard oil on his beard every day.
Almost every day. It probably looks insane right now. It's so big and wild.
He's got it so long, and he's got, like, he did it for the Jewish beards. He's got, like, Jewish curls going on right now.
No, just my facial curls. All right, babe. I'm gonna let you hit the button.
Jimmy, you didn't enter. It's too late now. It ends at 11. You're too late. Follow. If you came earlier in our live stream last week, you would have known about this. Stop coming at the end. Come earlier.
All right, babe. Hit the button. I'm so excited.
Wait, this button. Wait, can they see it? Let's wait till they see it.
Oh, you want to show them?
I want them to see it. Yes.
All right.
You guys want to see it, right?
All right, we have to wait a minute because I think the live stream is actually like pretty far behind. I hit the button though.
Frank said, beard oil, yuck, and Jessica wrote, #self-care.
That's right. My baby actually bought it for me. Stephanie was amazing. Was like, I'm going to get you some beard oil.
And a little beer comb. He was getting a little crazy. He was getting a little out of hand, your beard. And then I found this really good one that smelled so good. And then they stopped selling it on Amazon, so we had to get a different one. And it doesn't smell, well, it's sold out, whatever. It's probably because it smelled so good. And, okay, wait. All right, we're ready. You guys ready? I'm excited. I'm excited! Let's see who wins. Draw winners. One winner. Can I do it?
Yeah, hit it again.
Here we go. Winner to draw. 1. Okay.
Yes.
Draw. It's happening! It's happening!
Mark.
Naparkowski.
From Pennsylvania. Erie, Pennsylvania. Mark, you're the winner! Woo! That's really exciting. I actually think Mark commented on one of my videos that we posted this week, so that's really exciting. Mark, congratulations. We'll put these books in the mail probably on Monday. We'll try to get them in the mail tomorrow, but tomorrow's the weekend, and that's pretty crazy for us. So
we'll get it. We'll manage it. I saved boxes from all of our Christmas shopping.
Yes. We will get this out to you at the latest. We'll send it out on Monday and we'll make sure it gets to you by Friday. We'll probably put it in priority mail so you get it in 2 days. So Wednesday, you will be getting these books.
You have this on.
Oh, that's fine. That's really exciting, Mark. I am so happy for you, man. I hope you really, really enjoy these books. These books are our favorite book of 2019, and we are so happy to share these with you.
They're all commenting because his email address is from AOL, and they're like, who has an AOL account?
We probably shouldn't have showed his email address.
Don't email him!
Sorry, Mark. I apologize.
We didn't realize that it was going to show all that information. I thought it would just be a name, but I should have known better. It's the first time, guys. Next time we won't do that.
No, we won't.
We're always learning.
All right. On with the news.
Jimmy, we're doing another giveaway because we hit 150 subscribers. So if you tune in next week, you'll hear about our other giveaway, and then you can enter to that. And then be on time.
We actually got that many subscribers while starting the live stream.
What?
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, guys. We're the coolest.
So, yeah. Jimmy, we are going to be doing another giveaway at 100 or 200 subscribers. So. What?
Jimmy wrote, I'm a blast that AOL dude.
Jimmy, please don't. I feel awful for even showing that now. I should have realized that was going to come up and not done that. But yeah, so we're doing another giveaway on 200 subscribers. So make sure that you are subscribed and you have that bell notification on, because we will do a giveaway video just like we did this last time. We will show what we're going to be giving away. We'll talk about how to enter. Blah blah blah.
You can't sign up yet, Jimmy. You have to wait. We haven't started it yet. We're going to announce what we're giving away and then do a video where you can sign in and then you can sign up.
Yes.
But not yet.
Not yet.
We're keeping you on the hook. You gotta keep watching.
All right. Let's finish off the show with some movie news, and we're going to drink a little more beer. I feel really buzzed already.
It's probably because all this beer is at 16%.
Well,
you can tell how drunk I am by how much more I use my hands. The bigger my hands get...
Well, we only have like this much each time, so I think I probably had a full glass of beer, and I'm already buzzed. All right, let's move on to the news.
Jewish people don't mess around with their beer.
No, they do not. We have one bit of news left. It is movie news. So let's start at the top and work our way down. Did you watch any of the Kevin Smith movies? Like any of them?
Yes. And I listen to Kevin Smith. He is on my channel for stand-up comedy. He does a lot of stand-up comedy. And I listen to him too.
Well, you know he had a heart attack, right?
Mm-hmm. And he lost a bunch of weight. Now he's super thin.
And he was going on to do a comedy show, and he had his heart attack before he went on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And so that's why he lost all of his weight. But did you see Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
I did not see they made another one where like they...
Well, the last one was called Strike Back.
Right.
This one is called The Reboot.
But this is... I don't know. I feel like
I didn't see this. I didn't
okay.
see the new one. This one just came out a little while ago. Basically, this news article is just talking about they are talking about the DVD release, which is exciting because that means we can stream it. And I actually really want to see this movie. The trailer for it looked really cheesy, but it has a cameo in every single scene. It seems like it's like everyone who's ever been in any Kevin Smith films or in this is including Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. Everyone from Dogma, everyone from Clerks, and all those movies. So,
also, there's a picture of Jay where he's standing next to Kevin Smith in front of a Christmas tree, like obviously like at home, and he looks just like me. And I found this picture, and I was like, oh my god, I look just like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. And then I took like a side by side. I'm gonna find it and I'll post it for you guys.
Post it on Instagram, maybe.
But I look like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
But if you're
he
interested,
looks like me. He's probably younger than me, right?
If you collect DVDs, we don't. Everything streams now, so we will wait for streaming. But you can pre-order this DVD starting January 21st, 2020. So if you are interested in doing that, that is when you can pre-order that. Next up, news-wise. Oh, this is if you follow us on Instagram, our Instagram handle is right down below. Make sure you guys are following us because we post during the week daily. On the weekend, not so much. But during the week, we post multiple times daily. Just cool little news items that you guys should be that we think are interesting that we want to share with you guys. This is one of the new news items that we shared. Oh, excuse me. Shazam 2 finally has a release date. And Zachary Levi is back to reprise his role as Shazam, as I'm sure the rest of the cast is as well. And the release date is July 1st, 2022. It's sad that we have to wait 2 full years, two and a half years, I guess, to get this movie. Or, no, a year and a half. July 1st, 2022.
2 years.
Well, it's a year and a half. Because
2020 is in January, which is in 2 weeks.
Right, this is... Right, so
July, so you're in 2.5 years.
No, a year and a half. Oh, no, you're right, 2.5 years. So, sorry.
Can we have like a zoom in of my face?
But we do get a movie in between. We do get Black Adam. Black Adam is basically going to be a little like teaser, a little appetizer before we get to Shazam number 2. All right.
Jay, Ray, why are you throwing up? Is it because of my Sweet Yellow Pages joke or Bruce's comment on Shazam 2?
Ray's throwing up?
He says.
Ray, please don't throw up.
I don't know if he's throwing up from that Goose Island beer he drank. Probably.
No, that was Jabroni.
Was it?
Yes.
I can't keep track. There's too
Wow,
many.
my social media person can't even keep up.
I gave up my social media rights a long time ago. Bruce is officially in charge of social media. I'm too busy at work. They keep promising me we're going to slow down. In December, we're going to be slow. You guys can start taking time off. What happens?
I don't know. What happens?
I'm not slow. I'm busy. I'm working late every night. It's baloney.
All right, this is another news article that I talked about on Instagram and Twitter. It's really sad news. So if you guys don't know, I work in the motion graphic industry. my company doesn't do anything like super big, super exciting. We work on a lot of commercials for Google, so it's nothing flashy, or at least I don't think it's flashy. We don't make anything cool for movies or anything like that. We have in the past, but not anymore. We especially don't do big 3D movies like Sonic the Hedgehog, or work on like Infinity War or anything. But these companies that do work on these big movies, there's a tendency in the industry for companies to underbid, to be able to do it. And a lot of these companies have to do it to the extent where at the end of the movie they've overextended themselves so far where they actually have to close their doors. It's also to the point where companies have underbid themselves so much that movie companies come to them expecting these lower prices, and then they have to underbid themselves even more. So it's like this terrible thing where the movie industry is kind of like pushing for it. They want it because they want this cheap money for this awesome material, but it's really hurting these companies, and it hurt another company. It was MPC, which is a movie picture company. They did the whole Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which just came out, and they
Did it come out already?
It did not.
Oh, you said it just
came out. It hasn't come out yet. Sorry, it has not come out yet. What are some of the other movies they did? Saying it in this article, I don't want to spend too much time. The Lion King, the new one, Watchmen, the new TV show, Call of the Wild, whatever that is. But they made their splash for Life of Pi, where they won the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. It's really sad for any company to close, and closing 2 weeks before Christmas, that sucks. So everyone at Movie Picture Company that got laid off, I am so sorry. That completely sucks.
That is sad right before Christmas.
My heart breaks for you. Hopefully you guys all find jobs super quickly. You guys are obviously super talented people, and you guys deserve to be...
And they did a whole reboot of the movie, because remember when they first put it out, all the trailers, and how terrible Sonic the Hedgehog looked, and everybody complained, and they redid the whole movie.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they closed their doors down.
Well, it's not their fault. I mean, that is just like whoever the director was, or the company making those decisions are terrible. Do you like Jack Black?
I do.
He's retiring.
I don't believe it. I feel like he's the Jay-Z of retiring.
Supposedly, he is retiring. He's 50 years old. He actually has a YouTube channel that I follow. It's entertaining, but you can tell he's just like, a big-name celebrity. He has enough money to pay people to do all the work for him, so he doesn't really do much but be in front of the camera. But
he's old, right?
He's 50, but he's
not that old.
He's not that old. I'm about to turn 40, so if you're calling him old, I'm old as shit too. But supposedly he was in an interview, and they asked him about it, and he said, "Yes, I am nearly 50. I am planning on retiring after making my next movie. If anything special comes up, maybe I will take that role," which I'm sure he will, just like all these actors.
Oh my god, have you guys ever seen Nacho Libre? That is my favorite Jack Black movie.
Really?
My favorite. That is my, up there in my favorite movies. Nacho Libre.
No.
Nacho! And he's ridiculous, and he jumps and farts at the same time. Oh my god, that movie is so great. And that's stupid accent he does.
I like School of Rock a lot. School of Rock is an excellent movie.
Nacho Libre.
All the Kung Fu Pandas. Do you remember the Tremor movies?
Yes, I love Tremor with Kevin Bacon. That was one of my favorite movies growing up.
So that is one of my favorite movies growing up. It was like my first scary movie.
Yes, it's so great.
Because it's not really that scary. When
no,
you watch
it's so dumb.
It's so dumb.
but it's so great.
Stephanie's only 3 years younger than me.
2 years.
2 years, sorry. 2.5.
Not really. Our birthdays are only 2 weeks
Oh, yeah, you're
apart.
right. Two. You were born in 83, right?
82.
Oh, so we're only 2 years apart. But yes, we're only 2 years apart, so we obviously were watching a lot of the same stuff at the same time. Tremors was definitely the first movie that was scary.
Yes.
That I was excited to watch, and Kevin Bacon was in it. Kevin Bacon is still trying to make the next Tremors movie.
That would be cool if they have good CGI, real
No, I want stupid.
I will totally watch that.
I want the lame shit that they used to do.
It was the robotic worm that came out of the ground. I was like, It only did this movement.
It was so good. It's like you can't remake Starship Troopers. That movie is perfect how it is.
This chat is getting ridiculous. It's going back and forth between Jimmy and Ray fighting with each other. Jimmy said that he hates Jack Black because he appropriates him because he's not black and his name is Jack Black.
Don't make us moderate, you guys. Behave.
He wants to mean Jack White. But Stay Puft agrees that Tremors is awesome. It is awesome.
Right, Stay Puft? It's so good. It's so good. That's like one of the best. And if you guys aren't following Stay Puft, put your Instagram, your Ghostbusters Instagram in chat. Like, you definitely should follow that. He posts some really good stuff on Instagram. I can't remember, otherwise I'd put it in chat, but it's really, really good stuff.
He's got several Instagrams. He's got his regular. He's got the
Ghostbusters.
Did you do one because you like old school rap, right? Stay Puft. That was one of your things.
So, yes.
Do you have one for Instagram as well?
Stay Puft does a lot of stuff. He's a really cool guy.
He does.
All right, so of the recent Justice League movie, what was your favorite character from that?
What? I didn't watch the Justice League movie.
Oh, you didn't watch that? Did you watch Batman vs. Superman?
Nope.
Wow. All right, so from that movie, to me, Aquaman was the hero of...
Wait, with Jason Momoa?
Yes.
Jason Momoa was only nice to look at. The Aquaman movie was so terrible.
It was not so terrible. It was not great.
It was so bad.
It had some really good fight scenes in it. I thought it was pretty cool. But Flash was introduced in Batman vs. Superman, and then he had a whole role, obviously, in the Justice League movie, which was what's his name? Ezra Miller. He was the other highlight besides Aquaman for me. Like, he was really interesting as Barry Allen. I'm not sure I liked where they were going with the whole Barry Allen story, but because it just didn't seem like very Barry Allen, like DC universe. Because I am a big Flash fan, but I think Ezra Miller did a really good job at the character. So I'm really hoping that this movie actually gets made, because it was announced right after Batman vs. Superman came out that the Flash was like gonna officially happen, and then it kind of hit like production limbo. It was like, yeah, we don't know, we don't know. But it finally has a release date. It will also come out on July 1st, 2022. So it looks like both Shazam and The Flash are hitting July 1st, 2022.
Who plays The Flash?
Ezra Miller.
Oh, I thought that was his name in the comic book.
His name in the comic book is Barry Allen.
Oh.
Ezra Miller has done a bunch of stuff. He's in Harry Potter, but not Harry Potter. It's...
The Fantastic Beasts?
Yes, The Fantastic Beasts. He plays the guy who has the thing inside of him.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've seen Fantastic Beasts, both of those movies.
Yes, you did. This kid.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes, he's the guy who's got the thing inside of him. That's such a vague description. He's like the main guy of the movie. He's got like that evil thing that's like the evil magic inside of him. The thing inside of him makes it seem like he's like Iron Man. He's got like a thing inside of him.
I said he has a thing inside of him, and then you started describing him, and you said, "Oh yeah, I know him. He's the guy that has a thing inside of him."
But not the thing inside of him. You'd say like the evil monster that lives inside this evil magic that's taking over, that wants to do bad magic when he wants to be good.
He's been in a lot of good stuff. He was in this movie. Oh, I forgot about this. I'm not even going to talk about it because I can't think about it right now. My brain is mush.
Frank is very annoyed about Jimmy and Ray because they keep going back at each other.
Jimmy and Ray, please relax. We will kick you out of the chat. Like, this should be a cool, chill chat.
They're being cool. They're being chill. They're just going back and forth with each other. Frank's being like grumpy old man, like, "Hey kids,
Frank,
I can't pay attention to Bruce." Like, you're listening to us.
Do you like Dave Bautista?
I don't know who that is. Is he the guy who plays
Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy?
I like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. I like that character.
All right. Well,
I love how he's like super brutally honest and says like really, like, it's true, but he's saying really mean things to you.
Yes.
That's my favorite part of it.
Dave Bautista. Well, he was also in that Stuber movie. Remember Stuber?
Yes.
He was the guy.
Right.
I think he's a really funny actor because he has like that.
I didn't realize he was the same guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's trying to do the whole Rock thing. Like, The Rock was in the WWE. He was in the WWE. He had his whole thing, and now he's trying to make an acting career out of it. I hope he does. He posted this on Twitter or on Instagram. It won't come. If it won't come to you, go get it. And it has. He was obviously at the WB or Warner Brothers Studios to meet with people, and some people are like, "Oh, what was he meeting for? What is he meeting for?" And at the top of the article, someone photoshopped this terrible image, but they are hoping that he is pitching to Warner Brothers to play Bane.
Which has to be better than the last guy who played Bane.
I mean, Tom Hardy is an amazing actor, but
Bane
his
character.
portrayal of Bane was fucking terrible. That was awful. That was the worst Batman movie of the Christian Bale stuff. That was just that was almost unwatchable in my opinion. I hate that. I hate that fucking movie.
Jessica knows Harry Potter lore.
Ooh, you do.
She said Obscuria. Obscuria is when a kid represses their magic in Harry Potter.
Yes.
Bruce loves Harry Potter.
I do. I have read every single book 5 times. I love Harry Potter. So this is for Stay Puft. We posted this on our channel. We were this close to doing another trailer reaction video.
We should have, because people would have been watching it.
People would have been watching it, but we thought
Oh my God, guys, Ghostbusters was such a good trailer.
4 in 1 week, I thought was too much. I was like, especially for doing new content on a new channel, because our channel's still new. It's like we're still a little baby,
We're so cute, guys.
We're still like a little thing. And Stephanie and I have some really cool ideas for 2020. It's all about finding the time to do those ideas because
we're busy.
We have 3 kids. The kids come first. This channel comes last. Sadly enough, this channel comes last. But
we're very busy. We've got busy jobs.
So yeah, this came out, and I was like, you know what? Let's not do it, babe. Like, we just did Wonder Woman. We just did The Boys.
That's not what happened. I was like, let's do it, and Bruce was like, no.
It did not happen like that at all.
That's how it happened.
But the trailer came out. It came out on Tuesday or Monday night.
I don't remember.
But the trailer dropped. It is so good. If you guys haven't watched the new Ghostbuster trailer, it's called Ghostbusters Afterlife. Watch it now. Leave this. I don't even care. Like, go watch this trailer. This trailer is so good. Paul Rudd's in it. If you don't like Paul Rudd, I don't know. Who are you? Do you not like...
Do you not like America?
Yeah. Are you
anti-American? Is that what you're saying? Paul Rudd is America.
I didn't see the Paul Feig reboot, the 2016 with all the girls. I watched the trailer for that multiple times, and I just couldn't bring myself to go see the movie. Stephanie saw it. Stephanie enjoyed it.
I was reading the chat. I'm sorry.
The female reboot of Ghostbusters.
I saw it. I own it. I love that movie. Everybody hated on that movie so hard. I love Kristen Wiig, and I love Melissa McCartney, and I thought it was hysterical. And they have, what's his name?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. He plays this like really dumb, good-looking guy who, when the gong goes off, he covers his eyes instead of his ears. It's so cheesy, but so hysterical.
I can't bring myself to watch that movie. But Stay Puft, what do you think about that movie? Because
he was just saying, we missed so many comments as we were talking. Josh said he's bringing his kids to Harry Potter World next year. Jessica said she's a huge fan of Harry Potter. She went to Harry Potter World. It was expensive, but so cool. And that you get a wand and you can do magic trips all around the park.
I want to do that when our kids are older because
Stay Puft says all the Easter eggs were a nostalgia trip.
Yes.
Not sure about kids running around with proton packs. Jimmy is being Jimmy. America will destroy the communists. Look at you, China. Jimmy,
please, please.
Jessica said she's been twice, which is pretty cool. It's on our list of things to do.
I want Jack, our youngest son, to be old enough to know what Harry Potter is and enjoy it. Like right now, he's 4. He doesn't. I've tried to read the first Harry Potter to him multiple times. He was born a preemie, really early, 16 weeks early. And I read the first 3 Harry Potter books into his isolette. So me and him have a Harry Potter connection that he doesn't even know about yet. So I in my heart of hearts, I hope he loves Harry Potter.
He does love to read. He'll like it.
Because, when you watch your kid in isolate being kept alive by a breathing device and all you have is Harry Potter to get yourself through it, it was a tough time that Harry Potter definitely helped me. So I hope he really, really likes it because I really want to go to Harry Potter World for myself. But I would really like to go with him, and I know Nate and Sophia would like it. They're old enough now where I think I could sit them down and read a chapter.
I've tried to read Harry Potter to them. I even got the big one from the library that was the big, huge one. It's not like the tiny little book. It's this huge book.
I have the first 3.
It has pictures and stuff.
I have the first 3 issues with the pictures,
and they wouldn't sit for it. But that was also 2 years ago.
So we're giving it another shot. We are. All right, last piece of news, guys. And then we will rate the beers, and then we'll hang out for a little bit as we finish whatever we're drinking.
I'm going to give you news about my life. That's it. It's going to be news about Stephanie.
We could talk about the channel for a little bit.
What I did today. What I ate for lunch today, guys. It was BurgerFi, and it was delicious.
All right, last piece of news item. So, Wonder Woman came out. The trailer dropped on Sunday. We watched it Sunday night?
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday
we watched
night.
it 2 hours after it dropped.
And we released the video on Monday morning. Like we said at the beginning of this whole live stream, that video is done over 1,100 views, and that's just mind-blowing that 1,100 people have clicked on that video. But Patty Jenkins, you know who Patty Jenkins is. Please tell me you know who Patty Jenkins
It
is.
sounds really familiar.
The director of Wonder Woman.
Okay.
But she's already writing, and not even she has more than just a thought. She's already writing a spin-off movie that is going to focus on just the Amazons.
The Amazons are pretty cool. That is one
No,
of the
that is the best part of Wonder Woman, hands down. Get rid of all the other shit. Get rid of Wonder Woman. Get rid of, don't leave the island. Stay on the island.
Stay on the island. That's why we still live on the island.
The whole first part of the first movie was the only thing that was enjoyable about the movie. I know, I already got ripped in the Wonder Woman reaction
People
trailer.
were not happy that Bruce didn't like Wonder Woman.
They were not happy at all.
I loved Wonder Woman.
I liked the first half of that movie, and then the second half of that movie is fucking garbage. I fell asleep. I had to watch it multiple times. That's not a good movie in my opinion. You should keep my attention the whole entire time. But this spin-off movie, that could be pretty cool. I don't know if it will actually happen. I think this will all come down to how well Wonder Woman 1984 does in the movie theaters, and also how the next few DC movies does. I don't think anything is going to touch the Joker.
It's crazy because that was so terrible.
What did Staple off? If you're still on, what did you think of the Joker? Anyone? Shecky, Frank? I know
terrible
Frank.
from a movie standpoint.
Sorry.
It was a good movie if it was just a movie not based on the Joker. If it was just about a guy and it was just a movie, then I'd be like, that was an amazing movie. But it was a Joker movie, so I spent the whole time being like, when is he going to become Joker? When is there going to be action? When is something going to happen?
You also had...
I was like, okay, oh my fucking, when? Every time something happened, he killed those guys on the train, I'm like, okay, this is it! And then, nope, 2 hours later, still fucking dragging on. I'm like, when is he gonna be Joker?
I also thought it was really fun. When I look back at it, Stephanie just is getting into comics, and she still doesn't have a ton of time to read comics. I'm trying to free her up. I really am to read more comics. There's so much good
Bruce has a lot more free time than I do. He takes the train to the city every day. He has to sit there for an hour. I have to drive an hour to work every day, and then I have a crazy job that I work 12 hours.
We're not just talking about that, but I wanted to read more because there's so many good indie books and whatever. But one of her favorite books is Harleen, and Harleen deals a lot with the Joker. So I think it gave her a sense of who the Joker should be, and then you watch this movie, and it is something so far from that it was irritating. It was irritating to see It
was very strange. It was strange the way they went in the direction that he was a mentally challenged man who kind of just got sick of being bullied around. He didn't seem smart. He was we could just watch our review, and you'll hear me say all of these things. But it was just so dumb. He should have been evil genius.
No, that was a big problem for me. Like, him not being smart enough to, like, start the protests, start all that, like...
Yeah, like, everyone did it for him. He just was kind of there. And kind of killed like 3 people.
But that was just, like... It wasn't like it wasn't premeditative. It just happened. Even if it wasn't premeditative at that point, that should have sparked his, like, cold-bloodedness. Like, yeah, like, this... I can do this. I can be the guy who's standing on top fucking saying, like, fuck you. Like, I'm the king. I'm the fucking Joker.
Nothing. It was boring. Sorry. Sorry, guys who like the Joker. Terrible.
Alright, so, obviously you can see these beers are gigantic.
They're huge. There's no way we're going to drink all of them. I feel like buzzed off of 1 glass of beer, so...
And we were getting close to the end of the night, so... We actually did not rate our beers last week, the Christmas beers, and those beers were delicious.
They were so good. Almost all of them were delicious.
Yeah, those were really good beers.
We went back the next day or 2 days later and went back to the beer distributor and bought more Christmas beers.
They were so good.
I had to passive aggressively make Bruce buy them. He tried to pretend like he didn't want them. And he's like, no, we'll just drink what's at home.
She did.
I had to pretend I really wanted them. I'm like, no, I really want Christmas beers. You have to get them for me.
I'm sorry, I'm making a weird face only because at the back of this one, which is Funky Jubilation, it says, how we made it funky for 2017. I guess these are the beers they made. Jubilation, 19 and 20. St. Lenny's.
I guess they mixed them all together. Messiah, Hanukkah.
Wait, how do you say this one?
Rejuvenator. Rejuvenator.
Oh, Rejuvenator. But like, what Jew? Like, Jew in there. Origin, Messiah, Hanukkah, and
Josh
Genesis.
says your hands look tiny holding the beers.
Fuck you, Josh. Josh, when are you coming back to New York? Let's do another live stream. Oh, if you want, we are actually going out to my sister's for Christmas.
After Christmas. The day after Christmas.
Which is a Thursday, and that Friday we will be live streaming from my sister's place.
Are we?
Yes.
Are we?
Of course we are.
We're going to promise and then not do it again?
No, we'll do that because I'm bringing all the gear, and we're going to do it.
Alright guys, we're doing it. Josh, you should come.
You should come.
It'll be fun.
So what do you think about these 4 beers?
I thought they were all terrible. I wouldn't drink any of them again. And they did get me drunk. I forced myself through them, and they were good for getting drunk.
I mean, I am definitely buzzed right now.
That brings us your Trump hands.
Oh my Christ. I would say the best one of the batch is definitely the strongest one of the batch. That is Jubilation 20. It just has like a decent flavor to it.
None of them are good, in my opinion.
Yeah, it just has a chocolatey flavor. Like if you're into like a Guinness type beer, there is definitely a lot of alcohol in this because like there's just like a. Do you know when you're drinking like an actual like strong alcohol like 40 proof tequila or vodka, rye, whatever you're drinking, it has like that burn to it. This has a little bit of burn to it, which is really strange because it's beer, but it has the best flavor of the group. The rest of these beers, they were very similar in taste to me.
They all taste the same, in my opinion. All of them. The other one that you're like is definitely stronger. It's a different taste, but
this is
in
like
the same ballpark. They're all in the same family.
This is definitely very. It has a very chocolatey flavor. These taste the same. These are the same beer. I don't know, like
with some water in it.
Yeah,
they're lighter.
They are all the same. This one actually has a different flavor to it. Schmaltz. Yeah, Schmaltz, right?
Well, the guy at the beer distributor, Monarch Beer Distributor, shout out Long Beach, who is awesome and helps me every time I go there. And I just go, this is my theme this week, and he takes me around the beer distributor.
He's a very nice guy. He saw us come in for when we were buying the second round of like Christmas beers. He's like, so what's the theme tonight? Like, no theme tonight. We just want more Christmas beers. He's like, you know where to go then.
But they don't carry these beers anymore, and I'm assuming that's why, because they're not very good.
They're not very good.
Sorry, Schmaltz. Sorry, Dave, who's I don't know if you're on anymore, but
probably not.
It's not very good.
Not very good.
No.
So, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you so much for the winner, Mark. I don't remember your name, and we apologize greatly for showing your email on the channel.
We're terrible. We'll take it back.
That will never happen again. But congratulations on winning the books. We will send those out on Monday. Be to you by Wednesday. Stay tuned for the 150 subscriber giveaway. We will be announcing that next week. We'll probably put out a video out on Wednesday about that. If not, we will announce it on Friday.
Maybe even tomorrow. Guys, I have good ideas about what we're going to do for our giveaway.
She always has good ideas. We will announce it at the latest next Friday on our live stream. And then it's going to be Christmas. And then we'll be at Mr.'s house. And it'll be cool to have a new backdrop, new time. We'll probably be drinking tequila at that point. So
Bruce will be so drunk. Drunk Bruce is the funnest Bruce.
So prepare for a really good time that night. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Anything else you want to share?
Jimmy, you said you live in the Bronx. What are you saying you're going to be in New York next week? Anything else I want to share? You guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being amazing and making our channel amazing. I had so much fun tonight. I have so much fun every Friday night.
I do have a really good time. Jimmy, we live in Long Island on the South Shore.
South Shore.
South Shore.
Reluctantly on the South Shore.
Give wrong address?
Yes, Ray's saying don't tell him where he lives.
Jessica says, Jimmy, where do you live?
Yeah, Jimmy. Jimmy from the Bronx, where do you live? You said you're from the Bronx. You said you're coming to New York, which doesn't make any sense. If you're already in the Bronx, where do you live, Jimmy? You ask everyone else.
Agreed, Frank says. But yeah, as always, Jessica, Frank, Jimmy, Stay Puft, Shecky, who am I forgetting? Jimmy, Dave, Ray.
Yeah. Perry Comics?
Perry Comics, Jabroni, who is Edwin, Ron the Rican. Thank you so much for coming. Everyone who stopped by tonight. There was a lot of people on tonight. Thank you guys.
We had so much fun.
Thanks for everyone for stopping by. Hopefully my news items are getting a little better, easier to understand. I try to do a little more research. It's just hard. It's hard to do that much research for all these news articles that I think are interesting. And also actually do my work at my job. It's a hard balance, guys.
We're trying to do this all for you. We do this for you. It's because we love you.
At some point, maybe we'll do more, but we'll see.
We're trying.
Like I said,
we get enough subscribers and we can just quit our jobs. That's our goal.
No, it's not my goal. My goal is just to do this for fun.
I want to quit my job, guys.
But stay tuned. Like I said, there's some really cool stuff coming at the end of this year. Like I said, we're going to do a 2019 wrap. We're also going to do a looking forward to 2020 and what we learned from 2019 video.
We're going to do a montage.
She really wants to do a montage. She doesn't understand how hard it is to do a montage.
It's just going to be me screaming the word montage in the back of a bunch of pictures.
Montage!
We're just going to have like a scroll and I'm like, montage! That's going to be the whole video.
Voices like an angel.
Like an angel. That's how he fell in love with me. I sang him sweet songs.
Alright guys, we will see you guys next week. And have a great weekend and stay tuned. Early next week, maybe we'll drop something awesome on the channel. If not, stay tuned on Thursday for my normal comic book reviews. And we will see what...
they're fighting on here. Jimmy's trying to get everyone's address, saying it isn't called the Bronx, isn't really New York, it's the Bronx. And he says he's got Jessica's IP address. Jessica said she's surprised he knows what an IP address is.
You guys are ridiculous. Thank you so much for coming by. He
says, yo, I hack.
Is Jimmy the wolf guy?
I'm a VPN you, yes.
Jimmy, say you're wolf, because we're piecing out.
Come on, Jimmy, I need one more wolf before we go. And Jessica usually says meow whenever he says wolf.
Oh yeah, Jessica. She's not coming by until like right before Christmas.
So the 23rd, so she can come. We'll do like a special Jessica and Frank episode. Because the 23rd is Monday.
No, but we're gonna be gone. They'll have to come over early that week.
We'll figure it out, Jessica. We want you to come on to our show.
Jessica, wherever you're coming, like you can DM us on Instagram or whatever. If you are gonna be local to or close to Long Island, and you can get out here pretty easily, we can do something together. Maybe we'll have you read a comic, and then we'll do a quick episode or something. It'd be cool to have you on.
Yeah. I think we'll
meet us in person. It'd always be fun.
We're going to drink at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's what we'll do.
All that.
day
Wow.
drinking, and they'll need a nap.
My kids would be like, what are they doing?
Also, Josh is super excited to read Something is Killing Children. I haven't read the new one yet either.
Oh,
Josh.
it's so
I'm super
good.
excited.
The new one is so good. Should we say goodbye?
I guess. I'm going to miss you guys. I'll see you next week.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming by. And yeah, stay cool.
Give us some suggestions for next week's beer selection.
Oh, yeah.
Running out of ideas,
Well,
guys.
we can do the West Coast Battle that Josh suggested.
No, but it's the week before Christmas.
All right, so we need a week before Christmas suggestion on beers.
They have this beer selection thing at Costco. I have to see if I can find it, where it's like an advent calendar, but of beers, and there's 24 different beers in there.
We're not drinking 24 beers in one night.
I know, but we could spread it out.
I
Or
don't
drink
know.
24 beers in one night.
If you guys have any ideas for holiday or the week before Christmas live stream beer, let us know because we are running out of ideas. Other than that, as always, if you guys are not subscribed, consider subscribing. Sorry,
Who's not subscribed?
Fools. The beer is kicking in. Consider subscribing, and yeah, we will be by next week and with more comic book news, and more beers, and more fun. More good times. I need to get better at this whole signing off thing because I'm terrible at it.
Just rambling. Goodbye.
See you guys
Love
next
you.
one.
Peace.
Peace. I'm gonna turn around and say goodbye now. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are the best.